Hello Foxglove friends, and welcome to today's video, which is all about who is leaving our life and why. Now the spirit of autumn tends to be about things dying away that no longer serve us, so that we can have a nice rest through the winter and rejuvenate through the restful period, and then start anew in the spring. So there's all sorts of reasons why people might leave your life, whether it's moving home, moving location, moving jobs, having a shift in energy frequency. There's all sorts of different reasons why somebody or various people. Luna's having a little sniff of the squashes that I've put here because she likes to join in. And she's got that fall feeling. Okay, so as usual, you'll find the timestamps in the description below. So we'll just have a look. I'll show you which one's which. So we've got pile number 1, which is the fox. So if you want pile number 1, if that feels like it's going to resonate, just click in the description below. We've got pile number 2, which is the ram. There we go. And then we've got pile number 3, which Luna's got her little nose on. Oops, it's all going a bit wonky. Let's straighten that out a little bit. I've got pile number 3, which is the raven. So just see which one you feel drawn to. Luna feels drawn to the squash because she loves food. I'm really not sure if she'd like the squash or not, but she certainly liked the pine cones if you watched the other video in which she decided to try and steal all my pine cones and conkers off the table and eat them during the video. So hopefully she won't do that with these squashes, but if she does, I might have to move them. But pick whichever timestamp is relevant for you and you can go straight to the video and we'll have a look what is going on for you. Enjoy your reading. Hello pal 1, welcome to today's reading with me, Rosalind. We're looking at who is leaving your life and why. So you have picked the fox card, which is absolutely lovely, and it's showing us the winter time, which is really, really nice. And look, this fox is very happily putting its front feet onto ice, quite innocently, without the recognition that they could fall through here and it could be a difficult situation. So somebody might be skating on thin ice with you, is what I want to say. So the fox card is very much about knowing when to be silent, knowing when to be diplomatic, knowing when to show yourself. So there may be a time during this period where you need to quietly retreat or be diplomatic so that you don't create more drama. So I'd still... And so part of this is to encourage you to still stand in your own honesty and integrity with whatever's going on with the person or people that you are moving away from. However, do it quietly and maybe don't make too much of a fuss. Let's go and have a look what else is going on. Sometimes if there are people in your life who aren't resonating with you anymore, the last thing you want is to exit on a drama. And also, you want to give space for people to shift and change as they're going through their life, so that you're still living in the frequency of love by not burning all your bridges, but just stepping back in a space of peace and love rather than drama, anger, resentment. You know, anger and resentment, if it applies, can push you to make the decision, but try to always make these shifts and changes with love in your heart where you can. Okay, so we have got, interestingly, we have got the Eight of Cups, which is very specifically about you leaving something. So I couldn't have written that myself. Well, I could, but, you know, it's ironic and beautifully performed by Spirit that this card is very much about you leaving something behind, something that you've invested a lot of emotion in. Now, that can be a relationship with a person, whether it's a romantic, a friendship. It can be anything really that you've invested a lot of emotion into. So a job even, or some sort of situation. So we'll carry on having a look what's going on. But basically that is clarifying that you are in the 3D world, stepping away from something or someone. Let's just see what else we've got. Spirit, please, can I have cards for pile 1 so that we can see what is going on? Okay, so we've got Temperance here, the card of Temperance. So that's interesting because that ties in a little bit with the potential to need to be a bit diplomatic about how you're backing away from this situation, to do it with you know, calm, easy, a peaceful stepping back from this person. So I don't know if you remember these two from The Little Mermaid, but they're Ursula's eels, and they're called Flotsam and Jetsam. And they're in perfect balance and perfect harmony with each other. So this reminds you to have inner peace and not let outside influences rock your boat, basically. So this scenario that's going on for you could become quite dramatic if you let it. Let's get some more information. This is very interesting. So, Spirit, what else have we got for pile 1, please? So we've got the Ace of Cards, which has come out, which is all about having clarity. So you will have clarity about this situation or this person. You will start to understand what is going on. It will become really clear. And I want to say this is happening a lot for people at the minute. I know it's certainly happening for me, where it's a bit like people just can't hide their issues and their true intentions anymore. So Spirit, let's have a look at who is this person. So we've got the Queen of Coins, and look, you can see she's got a crocodile around her feet, and this is someone who is very focused on material stuff and maybe has base chakra or lower chakra issues to do with security. Maybe they do things that aren't very nice to get what they want from a material perspective, whether that's where they live, money, stuff. You know, maybe they're living in a mentality of lack. Let's see what else we've got. So who is this person for pile 1, please? Okay, interesting. We've got Addict. So this person, the Queen of Coins, is somebody who will put something that they want before everything else. And they may have an addictive personality. Now, when the addiction element comes out, it isn't necessarily just substance abuse or alcohol, you know, or nicotine or whatever. It's not always the most obvious versions of addiction. It might be, but some people have an addiction to work, or they'll have an addiction to another person, or they'll have an addiction to a behaviour pattern, that because they're so obsessed with something that they want, that they start to act in a way that isn't very kind to you, you know, that's not serving your highest purpose. They're not it's not a two-way street between you anymore. This may be one person, like I say, or this may be several people. So just bear that in mind. And you may be going through, well, we're going to look at why as well, but you might be going through a situation where it's important for you to know your value, so that you're not walking on unsteady foundations. You know, this fox here is so innocently walking onto this icy lake, not realising that it could crack beneath its feet at any time. So there's some clarity around the person or people that's going on, which can be a shock, and it can be hurtful sometimes, but it's saying don't buy into the drama, recognise, observe what is going on, take yourself very gently away from it for your highest and best possible good and theirs, because sometimes we stay in people's lives wanting to do the best for them, but we end up being a crutch to their issues. So we can accidentally enable what that person is going through, rather than if we weren't there, they might have to identify what they're doing more, or they maybe need to go through a certain process of behaviours to enable them to pop out the other side without your support, so that they can really, really learn their lessons. But there will be a lesson for you in this as well. So rather than me keep talking about it, let's have a look. Let's have a look what the lessons are. So, Spirit, for pile 1, please can we look at why is this person needing to leave your life for a bit or permanently? I'm not going to say which one of those it is, but why does pile 1 need space from this person, please? Yeah, so we've got the Shadow Queen, and you can see there acquiring knowledge, insecurity, manipulation. I suspect that because this person has got such a strong desire for a particular thing or a particular behaviour, you know, they're focusing on what's feeding their own best interests in the way that they see it, whether that's right or wrong. It's leading to manipulation from that person towards you, and it's their insecurities which are leading them. So they're working from fear rather than coming from a heart space, which isn't really fair on you, because that means that the relationship's not balanced and it'll be bringing your energy down. Let's see what else we've got. Spirit, what is pile 1 learning from this, please? What is pile 1 learning from this, please? Oh, look how beautiful that is. The Queen of the Light. Illumination, enlightenment, celebration. So by stepping away from this situation and this person or people, you will be able to raise your vibrational frequency and shine your light. Now, at a 3D level, that might just be that you'll be able to have more energy to put into good things that you want to do, and to celebrate the people around you, or to celebrate things that are actually going well for you. A vibrational frequency perspective, it means you'll be able to live in the energy of love. You'll be able to raise your vibration so that you manifest more good things for you in your life without being brought without your energy being reduced down into a lower level, because this person or people, they're still stuck with what they're actually doing. So I think that picture alone in that shows just how wonderful and lifted you are going to feel emotionally and mentally. Look how that the shining light coming from this person, and you can be you know, you don't have to be female for this to apply. It's just showing that you are going to be able to have more creativity and be filled with more light, that you'll be able to share and you'll be able to enjoy your life much, much more. So that is part of the reason why this is happening. I want to get some... Let's get some more advice cards for you. Spirit, please can I have some advice cards for Pile 1? Oh, interestingly, because you can. So you are empowered to make this change. You don't have to stay in this situation and scenario. Quite often we can get caught up in dynamics, whether it's family dynamics, whether it's dynamics with people who we've known a long time. Whatever the reason is, we can get caught up feeling like we've got a sense of duty to stay in certain relationships that don't serve us anymore. But you are empowered to step away. You are not responsible for anybody other than yourself. As a grown-up, you know, you can make the choices about where you apply your time, who to, and how and why. You're only responsible for your children, really, and it's up to you to work through that. You can make a choice. You're entitled to move away from this relationship in ways that are healthy for you. It's saying the other advice we've got is meditate. That's very direct. So just spend some time meditating on this situation, allowing your nervous system to calm down and slow down a little bit so that you're not buying into the drama of what's going on, so that you're lifting your frequency to a positive space. If you do want to work with me on anything that you're going through in this, I can certainly support you. Just have a look in the description. There's so much I can help you with at an energy level, whether doing a reading or whether doing psychological therapy or holistic health work with you. There's all sorts I can help with, so feel free to just check that out in my description if you need any additional support. Spirit, can I have a bit more guidance? It says let in what you're asking for. So you may need to start being open to receiving. If you've been giving a lot because of this person or people, if you keep giving and giving and giving, you might not be used to how to let yourself receive. So let the shifts and changes happen that you wish to see in your life without worrying and trying to control too much. So you also got hear your guidance and follow. So don't just get the guidance and advice and then ignore it. Make sure that you do act on the guidance that you're given, either from the meditative information that you're getting, or from this card reading, or whatever is positive. Allow yourself to have the clarity to go ahead and make the changes. Now, I'm going to do I want a bit more information. So, if pile 1 makes this change, Spirit, what will start to come in for pile 1, please? What is the overall conclusion for pile 1, please, about what's going on with this? Oh, interesting. So we've got the Raven. And that's a very peaceful looking card. The Raven looks happy, like it's got a smile on its face. And you'll see again that we're at an autumnal or full period where nearly all the leaves have gone. So I think when you come into the point where we're a bit further through the autumn period, you get the ravens are very intelligent, very clever, very wise. The information that they receive passes down through their DNA through generations. So this experience that you're going through is going to impact on you for a long time, but it's going to fundamentally change who you are for the better, so that your life is more peaceful, so that you've got more wisdom, so that you're more discerning going forward in the future. And you will feel more content and at ease, and it's not going to be too far away that this gets resolved. So the Raven card is also very representative of deep healing, which is important for you, and that sometimes it can represent the fact that what you're going through now is actually an initiation into a new way of being, into a new life, which is really, really important for you to know, because this, even though this might have been troublesome for quite a while, it's going to have a really positive impact on your life. Oh. Apologies for that. That's my audiobook kicking in, because I have these earphones that I struggle with, but they work well for the sound on this video. And that's A Court of Thorn and Roses by Sarah J. Maas, which is absolutely amazing if you're into fantasy novels. But yeah, this is a really, really fantastic overview for you, in the sense that this is a new beginning of a new life. This is deep healing at a deep subconscious level that's going to allow you to come out of this as a new, happier, more joyful person. So thank you very much, Pile 1. Apologies for that little interruption at the very end there. But I thank you for watching. If you've liked this, please do like and subscribe, and feel free to share the video with other people. If you do want to work with me to do anything from a therapy perspective, coaching, life coaching, love coaching, or spiritual perspective, do feel free to get in contact with me, and you'll find the information on my description. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Take care. Goodbye. Hello, Pal 2, and welcome to today's reading about what or who are you leaving behind and why. So we have got the ram. Now, when I look at the ram, I can see that this ram looks quite happy, and it's coming along here, and it looks like it's leaving family behind, because that's the baby one getting the milk from its mother there. I believe that's what it looks like. Can you see? And it basically looks like it's leaving its family in a nice, safe place while it goes off on its adventures. The robin there for me tends to represent spirit and your ancestors, or people who've passed who are supporting this process. So let's have a look into your cards and see what is actually going on. Even the snake has got a ram's head on it. I don't know if you can see that, but that's really cute. So I'm going to put that there. Now, in fact, sorry, the card itself is about success, doing well, the different elements that can come along from doing well, you know, the good and the bad and the difficulties and things like that, but that it can actually show that in the end, there's a point of coming home to yourself in which you feel better and more secure and rooted in the choices that you're making. So we're going to put that up there just so it fits in. Right, and then Spirit, please can you give me some information around pile 2? Who are they leaving and why, please? Who are they leaving and why? So we've got the Two of Coins, which is interesting because this is about a work-life balance. So it's saying, you know, are you spending too much time at work? Are you spending too much time at home? Are you balancing what is right for you with regards to work and family? So maybe this little ram here, or it looks like a grown-up ram, is leaving its family for work reasons, or it does feel like it's leaving its the family. So it might be venturing out to explore new horizons, to do with the balance of what is right for you. Let me get some more information. Spirit, what's going on for pile 2, please? Interesting, this came out for for pile 1 as well, and this is the leaving card. So something that you have invested your time and energy and emotions into, you are choosing to leave, whether this is people or a job. So given that we've got the balance, there seems to be a lot here. My feeling is that there's a work-related scenario that might be affecting either leaving a group of people from work, so you might be changing your job, so you're leaving the people that you work with, or you might be in a position where you're leaving your family a little bit more, or coming home to your family more, based on the choices that you're making around a work endeavour, is what I want to say. But it is showing that you're making the choice to leave, you're about to leave. Let's see what else we've got. Spirit, can we have more information, please, about who pile 2 is leaving and why? There's a degree of indecision. So maybe you're not sure if you're making the right decision. Maybe you're not sure if you are going to go or not. Let me see what else there is. So as part of this reading, I usually, with all my readings, I like to get some advice, because I don't like to leave you folks hanging. You know, if we want to see what's going on, and then we also want to see why it's going on and what to do about it. So it is showing that you are going to get clarity. There's an element here coming out where you may have to protect your back, that people might not be happy about what you're doing, and might be frustrated or angry. You know, if you're leaving a job, they might be upset because you're leaving it, and they want you to stay. They want, you know, quite often people don't like you to leave jobs because they don't want to be left on their own there. If it's friends at work, you know, they don't want the job itself doesn't like to have the gap quite often. If you are leaving family, then maybe there's some frustration from family or friends, but people might be this is the card of putting up some protection. So put up some protection around you. If you're not sure what to do with regards to that, feel free to contact me and we can work on that together, to help you make the right decision. At the end of the day, if you make a heart-centered decision about what you're doing, then it will come to fruition in a positive and good way. And that's part of what the Ram card is about, that it's showing that, you know, you will come home to yourself in the right way. Now then, let me see if I can get any more information around this for pile 2. Spirit, is there anything else we need to know about for pile 2, please, in this? So interestingly, we've got the Fool card upside down. Now the Fool card the right way, it says fiercely revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. the Fool, the right way up in the tarot, is someone who is very willing to step out, like the Ram here. Someone who's willing to step out into life without fear, without worry, with wonder in their hearts, with hope, ready to experience their life in a positive way. This is reversed. So the shadow aspect is, if you're using humour to wound rather than liberate, denial of your own emotional truth, that might be somebody else that you're walking away from, or it might be you. So somebody who's not showing the truth of how they feel, or isn't embracing the hope and wonder of the world to enable them. And that might be around this indecision here. You know, if you're not embracing the fact that there's a whole wide world out there full of adventure ready for you to explore, and that you can navigate different relational aspects, you know, if it depends, if there's family involved or friends and things like that. If you're doing this all from a heart-centered space, you can make the right decision that everybody will support in the long run if you just find the truth within your heart. Let me get some... I want to ask Spirit, why is this happening for you? And then we're going to get some advice. Spirit, why is this happening for pile 2, please? Yeah, so you deserve good stuff, basically. You deserve what is coming. So we've got fruition, abundance, reaping what you sow. You've put in good work. You know, whichever way this is going, whether you're taking a new job or you're choosing to spend more time with your family, maybe you're even looking to retire, but something's going on around the work-life balance element that is enabling you to have more, to be happier. Look how happy this person in this picture is. And I love the fact there's a pumpkin there, because it's all about the harvest, and that's where we're at now. You know, we're in the autumn, and maybe you are in a particular autumn season of your life where you've put in the work, you've put in the energy, you've put in the effort, so you can enjoy the fruits of your labour more in a certain way, and make sure that you're making choices that are going to be beneficial, nourishing and nurturing to you. That's a very nice... I'm just looking at the card, sorry, that's why I just paused. I was just looking at the green, the way that the light is shining. I feel like there's something where you need to stop doing what you think you should or need to or have to do, so that you allow yourself to have more ideas. In fact, amazingly, look, see how the ram and she's got these things on her head that's the same as the ram. So that's all to do with success and to do with coming home to yourself with the choices that you make. Right, I'm putting that there, and I want to get more information. Let's put that there. What else have we got? Spirit, for power number 2, please. What else have we got for power number 2, please, Spirit? So why is this happening for power number 2? Yeah, see this, look, generosity, receiving, withholding. Stopping yourself from receiving. It's time for you to have more. I don't know if you can see, there's a little fairy there. And this looks like Scotland to me, which is just gorgeous. The Lady of the Gift. This is a gift being given to you. This opportunity that you're going through right now is a gift for you to have more, for you to receive more abundance, more positive things in your life. Should we have one more? I want one more. Spirit, please can I have one more about why this is happening? I mean, we've got a pretty good theme going on here about the universe is trying to give you something that's going to be abundant because you've worked so hard. It's trying to be generous to you. So please have your arms wide open to receive. And that is going to potentially take you away from people, but it's all going to be for the best. Oh, one just came flying out. Okay, the big picture. So stop worrying about the little details of what's going on here. That will help you make your decision. Angelic help. Ask the angels. If you're not sure what to do, put all your worries in a bucket before you go to sleep and let them carry away. No, let them carry your worries away in this bucket so that you can actually rest easily, knowing that you are just a little person on the planet. Although you have huge manifestation capabilities, you are also not able to see absolutely everything that is going on in life, you know, so you can't have control of everything, my lovely pal, too. Sometimes you have to let go and let God. You know, if this is coming in for you and it's positive, go with it. It's here to support you. You're not looking at the bigger picture of why this is good for you, but it's so just ask the angels for your for support. They will help you through this process. Right, let's get some advice for you, Spirit. Can we have some advice for part 2, please? Hand out compliments freely. So you might be going into a bit of a space where through anxiety or worry or, you know, whatever, you kind of, maybe you're becoming a bit self-obsessed with it all, possibly, because you're so worried about what to do. It certainly shows that there's an element of stress, you know, around how to go. So just start looking outside of yourself, relax. Handing out compliments, you know, just look for how you can be kind to others. It helps you to receive. It helps you to relax once you look outside of yourself. And if you do want to work with me on a one-to-one basis about anything on here, you can do. I do psychological therapies, holistic health and spiritual guidance. Any of that we can work through. I have changed my whole own personal reality, and I help lots of other people on a very regular basis to do that. Just have a look in the description section and you'll see how you can get in contact with me. Let me just get you some more advice. I want that one. And I love these cards. They're by a lovely lady called Rachel Durchslag in Asheville, North Carolina, who is also a very talented therapist, among other things. And she's made these amazing cards which she gave me, and I'm truly grateful for because they're fantastically helpful. Let in what you are asking for. Okay, so that's about letting go of control again. So start to give your worries to the angels. Start to be open to going with the flow of what's going on so that you can actually allow yourself to receive. Take the focus off you by seeing what's going on with other people and supporting them, and being nice to other people, and it stops you from getting too caught up in your own headspace. Simplify things. If you've got too much going on, don't keep booking in more stuff. Just have some quiet time to read a book, watch some telly, have a bubble bath. You know what I mean? Don't keep charging into life trying to be busy, because that just stresses your nervous system out even more. So just simplify your life where you can. If you need to turn your phone off for a bit, do. Let your light shine brightly. Yeah. So just know that you are a blessed being on this earth and you make a huge positive impact to other people. Now I want to get an overall final card. There they are. I'm just looking for my cards. I've got that many packs of cards on this table because I like to have them lots to hand, just so I can allow Spirit to get the right card from the right pack, because they all have such different information. So Spirit, can we have an overall final conclusion for pile 2, please, about what's going on? I certainly want to say it's time to stop worrying and live in your heart space happily, ready and willing to receive abundance. Oh, and just like that, we've got B. You know, the honey of life is coming to you, so allow it. The sun is shining. The sun card in the tarot is one of the best cards that you can get. It's saying that life is good. So stop worrying about the shoulds, should haves, needs to, must do, you know, all that, and allow yourself to go with this. It'll take away the indecision. You may be a bit too stuck in your headspace and worrying about how people are going to react to things, whereas actually you just need to get into your heart space and be open to receiving the goodness that is available to you now, with all this sunshine and the honey of life and the sweetness of life. Allow the sweetness of life in. Things don't have to be difficult or hard all the time. You know what I mean? That ram there looks like it's got up a mountain. It's got up to its mountain. Look, they're at the top of the mountain. They've done well. They're fine. They're safe. So you've done the work. Allow yourself now to receive the sweetness in life. So the B card is very much about celebration. You might have a special reason for celebration, or you might need to celebrate the wonder and mystery of being alive, which you're not doing with the upside down Fool. You know, it's also the B is very particular to Druid traditions, where occasions are there to be celebrated every 6 weeks or so. So we need to allow each other to come together and celebrate things, and that we can live in harmony, as no matter how impossible this might seem sometimes. And it's all to do with community and things. You know, the bee works in community with the other bees to achieve a beautiful, wonderful abundance of output in the form of the honey and the honeycomb. I mean, look, I know there's loads of different sorts of bees, so I do apologise if you're a bee expert and you go in, this isn't what all bees do. But symbolically, that's where we're at, people. Bees make honey. That's what I'm going with. And now is the time for you to experience the honey, and to stop beating yourself up about it, and to allow it to come into your life so that you can enjoy the life that you are receiving. And as part of that, some people may get left behind a little bit, or you may have to step away from certain people to enable yourself to truly receive the goodness in life. And this reading is telling you to go with it and have a jolly nice time, and feel it in your heart space. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this, please do subscribe and click the like button, because it really helps to grow my channel, and I want to try and reach more people if I can, which would be lovely. So if you did really like it, you can also pop on to buy me a coffee, and you can actually buy me a coffee, which would be lovely. But you have a wonderful day, and I shall see you again another time. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 3. So welcome to today's reading. You have chosen the Raven. The Raven card is very magical. Ravens are very magical beings. They're usually very intelligent. They remember things for a long time. The memories and the wisdom that they gather passes down through different generations. But this card in particular tends to talk about the fact that we have taken a rite of passage, like there's been an initiation into a new life, a big shift, a big change, that you've been through an awful lot, and now you are coming into a new life. And this is kind of at a very deeper soul level, at a deeper psychological level. Maybe you've done the work to enable you to shift into a way of being that you've never experienced before. So let's have a look what's going on. And when that happens, you can't help but leave people behind, because when you go through such a big shift and transformation, other people won't keep up with you at the same rate. And they may come back into your life in the future, but when you've made such a big shift, usually your self-esteem, self-worth, self-value, self-love all improves as well, which will often mean that those people who aren't being in their heart space with you, if they're using you, or if they are coming from the wrong place, if they're not wanting the best for you, quite often those are the people that we'll leave behind as well. So before I go on too much more, let's get into this. I'll get some more information from Spirit so we can see what's going on. So Spirit, please, can we have information for pile 3 about who they are leaving behind and why, please? So the first card that we have got is the World. Wow. So this one in particular, this is from the Disney pack, and this tends to show that you've been through a very tough or arduous time, and that you are now stepping into a new life, so that the world has opened up for you because you've been through all the hard stuff. And look at that card. I mean, these what are these called? These are called the Villains Tarot deck from Disney. So it is showing, it looks quite scary, that does, really, doesn't it? But it is showing that, wow, you have been through a lot to get where you're at. So let's have a look what else we've got, because we'll start to build. We'll build it. I feel like these are quite auspicious cards. We'll start to really build a good picture of what's going on, and I'll always look at why it's going on and advice, and then we'll have a look at what's coming as well. So, Spirit, for pile 3. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. You've got some seriously major cards coming out here, so all big stuff. So I feel like you might be changing your life altogether in some way, whether that's on the inside, that you've done work on the inside and you're kind of in a better position and you're choosing to live a different life, or whether you've just upped sticks in a lot of ways and made a really, really big life change. Let's see if there's anything else I can get. Spirit, what else have we got, please? Pile 3. The Knight of Swords. Okay, this is showing that you are willing to make big life changes. You're willing to sacrifice certain things, or to take risks and chances to have a bigger and better life. I say a bigger and better life, to live in a better way, to live in a way that suits and serves your soul, really. I mean, these cards are massive. I don't know what you've been doing. I hope that they'll tell me a bit more, but you are certainly looking to make some really serious big shifts and changes. And life has been hard, and it's now time that it's coming to the right point in which, I want to say, your dreams are going to start coming true. What have we got? Yeah, you're working really hard towards something. So the 8 of Coins tends to be, whether you're studying something, whether you're working hard at a job, whether you're doing the internal work. Quite often it's to do with the material elements, because we've got the coins there. So quite often it's to do with something in the material world, whether it's changing where you live, whether it's changing your career. It may well be changing your career because you're making such huge shifts and changes. Let me just see what else we've got. Spirit, can I have more information about what's going on for pile 3, please? Okay, so it's something you've never done before. So you might be working. I'm just going to pause this for a second because my earphone's falling out. Hold on. There we go. Sorry about that. It's something you've never done before. Now, you might be moving away from a fear of intimate union, or you might feel like you're moving away from... It's interesting. Sometimes when we're having a really big focus on changing our life dramatically, the last thing we want is to be getting into relationships that are romantic or whatever. So you might have moved away from romantic relationships in one way or another, or just moving away from relationships that aren't genuine and aren't truly loving for who you are, because you've had enough of that. You know, you've been through all the rubbish. Now it's time to have the really good stuff, and you're at a fundamental point in your life where you're making some really big shifts and changes, and you've never done this before, which is where the virgin element comes in. You've never done this before. Maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. Yeah, I feel like this is at a very soul level. Whatever you are doing in the 3D world that you're applying yourself to, that you're applying the learning and willing to take on something brand new, and that is it's a really, really big deal at soul level. You kind of maybe going onto a soul purpose path here. So I'm going to get information. I'm leaving it, I know it's sounding a bit vague, but I think it's at a much bigger level, at a very deep sort of soul level, that you've got stuff going on here, which is going to take you away from anybody who's not valuing you, who's not in alignment with this shift and change that you're going through. I feel a great deal of determination, which is what the Knight of Swords is about as well. But also, I just want to say, well done. You're going through a really big change here. Let me get some information. Why is this happening? Why is this happening for pile 3, please, Spirit? The hungry ghosts, obsessions, scarcity, consciousness, attachment. Okay, so it's probably teaching you about stepping out of mentalities of lack. Perhaps it's about enabling you to focus on things that you really, really feel matter to you, things that you really, really love. Interestingly, it's saying about attachment. So it's maybe teaching you how to live without attachment, how to rely on the universe, how to manifest from yourself into this world. It's really, really interesting, that is. I'm going to put that there for a minute. So this card in particular, the Hungry Ghosts, I understand this myself because I've changed my life and my career from a very corporate career in an engineering background to a very spiritual and psychologically focused role, which I'm doing with this in the therapies and the coaching that I do. The shift from having a generated income to something that is more freelance, if you like, can be scary trusting that the universe is going to provide for you, trusting that you don't have to control. It's a really different way of being to go from having something that's very tangible that just gets delivered to you on a regular basis, and you work like a robot to make sure that and it's not very in alignment with your soul, to then go into something where you're living a soul purpose element of who you are, but having to rely on the fact that you are going to be provided for in an abundant way is really scary. And allowing yourself to let go of control and know that there's a bigger picture, a bigger element to life than you, and having faith that you will be supported, can be quite scary. There's a lot here about seeing beyond the 3D. There's a lot here about going on faith, going on your gut instincts, feeling your way through this in a way that you never have done before. Let me get more. What else is this doing for pile 3, please? Oh, I take my hat off to you, pile 3, because I have been through this myself. So I do totally understand. And if you do want to work with me, obviously feel free to check out my website, or you can have a one-to-one reading if you want. We can do some life coaching, love coaching, all that sort of thing. Just check it out in the description. I do neurolinguistic programming, psychological therapies, holistic health, and spiritual guidance. There's all sorts of stuff I can help you with. Now, what we've also got, so why this is happening for you, we've got the fire prince, which can on the good be optimistic, on the bad can be aggression. So it's about bringing the passion to light within you so that you start to feel again. I feel like before you got to the point of the raven, where you've had this point of initiation to change what's going on in life, you've gone through all this difficult stuff in the world, you're maybe living a bit of a numb life. And this fire, the fire within you is being relit. Now, balancing that out can be difficult because you can be in the optimistic element, but sometimes our logic kicks in and we feel like we've got to force things, and that's when it can turn to aggression. So getting the balance with the fire element is really important, so that you are living creatively with passion rather than, forcing things too much. And then we've also got the Ringmaster of Scrutiny. This is another reason why you're going through this. Discernment, clear vision, details. So he's manifesting different things. He's got all this knowledge, all those books, but actually is using his own energy to make things happen and to create magic in the world. You've had to go through all the different things that you've been through in life so that you've now got discernment. So you need a discernment and experience so that you can live this life fully. This new element that's coming in, you needed to go through all the difficult stuff so that you could have the discernment to protect what you are entering into now, because you wouldn't be able to flourish in the way that you're about to live your life if you'd got all of the, I want to say, old riffraff still kicking about. It's important that you have the ability to, and the fire within you, to clear out what is no longer required, to let go of people who aren't in your life for your best and highest good, who are maybe using you and wanting things from you without honouring the sacred elements of who you are and what your talents are. So anybody who's going to use you for your talents and not not appreciate the value of who you are, they've got to go, because that's just going to bring your energy down. And that's part of what this fire is here for, to have the fire to support the discernment, clear vision, so that you can have the right people in your life. There's a lot of work on self-value going on as part of this process, and self-love, so that you can really put your talents to good use in the way that they should be in the world. Let me get you some advice. This is pretty exciting, pile 3. It feels very, there's a lot of strong energy here, supporting and pushing you through this process, so that you do something truly amazing in life. I'm done. Yeah, look at that. We've got that there. You need to believe that you can actually do this. Believe in yourself. Be your biggest cheerleader, because you'll be surprised at who you think's going to be a cheerleader then actually isn't. And it's disappointing sometimes, but at the same time you'll be surprised at who is your cheerleader and who believes in you. But the most important thing is that you believe in yourself, because it doesn't matter what your background is, it doesn't matter who you are, where you came from, where you've been, what you've been doing. You have the power to create and manifest. If you can imagine it, you can do it. So just keep that in mind. I'm just going to get some more guidance for you, pile 3, because we want all the help we can get. Relish the spaciousness inside. Okay, I want to say part of that is because when you step into this new life and you've cleared away a lot of the junk, whether that's internal junk, issues, self-doubts, fears, anger, resentment, all that junk from the past that you've let go of because you're stepping into a new life, and the people and issues, it leaves space for something new. So just relish the space. If there are gaps because people have left your life who aren't serving you in the best and highest good for you, enjoy the space that you've got. It can feel weird sometimes when there's gaps that were once full, but you need these gaps, whether it's the gaps within you from, getting rid of issues that were problematic within you, or whether it's gaps in your life because of people who've walked away, or you've walked away from in certain different ways. Space allows new and better things to come in. So just enjoy it rather than worrying. Okay, yeah, simplify things. Why going through such massive changes? Keep things simple. Otherwise, your mind will get confused and you might go back to old patterns of behaviour and stuff like that. So just keep it simple so that you can experience your new life and let the new version of you and the new version of how you're living ground into the 3D. There are gifts in every challenge. Yeah. So, and there will be a lot of challenge. If you're doing something brand new, there's so much learning that you have to do, but you're up for the challenge. You can do it. So just enjoy what's going on. Rest, keep things as simple as you can so that you can focus on what you're doing. Now then, I want to get you a final card. Spirit, please can I have a final card for pile 3 to tell us, to conclude this reading, please. Please can I have a card for pile 3? Oh, you got 2. You have got the horse and the boar. Wow, this is a very in Britain, I'll have to look in the book to see what this is called because I can't remember right off the top of my head. It's down south, and we have like a white horse painted into the side of these hills. It's very special, spiritually, and from Druid kind of stuff, I think. But that white horse with the sunshine is very special. Right, let me put those there a minute. I'm going to get more information for you. So the spirit of the horse can be to do with travelling, which makes sense, doesn't it? Because you ride on a horse to different things. So it says, you know, you might want to travel within the actual physical world, going on a trip somewhere, or you might actually be going through a certain journey of the inner realms, which I think both might be true for you, given how much you've got going on at a deeper level. It says that this is also to do with the cycle of life, rebirth, death, which is interesting because the raven is also about new life and the cycle of life and birth and death. So I really do feel like you're going through a huge shift within your life, and it talks about the aspect of the life cycle and going through the different stages of life. So part of this might just be that you're going through a physical process, you know, whether you're going into the menopause or something else like that. But I do feel like that you're going through quite a deep personal transformation. Let's just have a little look. I'm just checking the book for these ones because these are cards that my jolly good friend Jill has lent to me very kindly, and I'm always rifling through her card sets because I always want to share new cards with all of you if I can, and I've borrowed these ones off her and I absolutely love them. They're brilliant. So the boar is about the warrior spirit, helping you to find direction in life. Okay, that's perfect because heck, I feel like you really need that support from the wild boar. It says a wild and powerful animal. He calls you into the forest to discover a secret about yourself and about the world. The ritual boar paths that exist in Wales, Cornwall, Ireland and Scotland exist in the inner world too, and if you follow them, you will come face to face with an animal embodying the wild and untamed power that lives within all of us. Stare closely at him and you will discover he is a representative of the goddess. His skin can heal you, he can inspire you to write music and poetry. His primal power can make you leader or chief. See if you can use your wildness and your energy for genuine acts of heroism in a world that longs for insight and healing. Wow, so lead the way. But also you might want to meditate on different paths that the boar would travel through different realms and different aspects of yourself, so that there is an element of travel here, whether it's the inner journey or actually going somewhere physically so that you can experience all that life has to offer. Pile 3, I'm wishing you all the best of luck. You have going through a tremendously interesting and massive vibrational frequency increase is what I want to say. Well done. If you need any help and support, do let me know, and I'll do my best to support you, or you can work with me directly. If you liked this video and it resonated, please do click on the like and subscribe buttons to help grow my channel so that I can support other people as well. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks so much for watching. Goodbye.